The movie will begin in 5 moments. The mindless voice announced. All those unseated will await the next show. We filed slowly, languidly, into the hall. The auditorium was vast and silent as we seated and were darkened. The voice continued. The program for this evening is not new. You've seen this entertainment through and through. You've seen your birth, your life and death. You might recall all of the rest. Did you have a good world when you died? Enough to base a movie on? The frequency arrives as black polished chrome, bleeding heavily across the cracked pavement like a viscous liquid night. A sustained subterranean drone running for 72 consecutive hours until the biological synapses violently and permanently misfire. This is nothing but a mere shuffling parade of cheap cellular illusions vibrating blindly in the vacuum, executing pathetic parlor tricks with shattered mirrors, while the sharp, unforgiving geometry of the hip pivots like a rusted metronome in the dark. The architecture is absolutely dripping with a cold synthetic friction, hollow meat occupying empty brutalist spaces, deciding whether to swing completely blind from the high-tension electrical cables or simply grind their teeth down to the raw gum line on the glass. It is a parasitic triangulation of flesh, maneuvering compliant strangers into dead end, sterile hotel corridors where the oxygen has been entirely chemically scrubbed and the fire exits are permanently welded shut. The artificial ice rapidly degrades into warm, alkaline water, highlighting the raised purple scar tissue of a cigarette burn on a transient forearm, while a sheer, suffocating veil of heavy industrial exhaust settles over the cooling, naked bodies on a violently cruel August night, waiting patiently for the ultimate structural collapse of the Big Crunch. There is a deep, jagged, asymmetrical cut running like a deranged freight train straight through the middle of the prefrontal cortex, heavily masking the face in smooth, impenetrable blue shadows, and the sharp, terrifyingly sterile scent of raw copper and decaying ozone. The sickly, flickering fluorescent light is still creeping from under the heavy steel door, illuminating the unidentified vehicles idling relentlessly outside, endlessly circling the concrete grid to negotiate the exact calculated price of localized temporary oblivion, until the lungs are finally and violently choked out by the claustrophobic geometry of the alleyway, leaving just another anonymous, silent mass of ruined architecture cooling slowly on the pavement.